I know that you're obviously a fitness advocate. Um, what are some thoughts you have about that, and maybe some approaches to try to get people more interested in doing physically, strenuous activities to promote health?
Well, I mean, I think there's a number of things you have to look at. I think if something is not fun for somebody, it's hard for them to stick with it. So there has to be an element of enjoyment in it. And, for some people, they just need to experiment and to find some things they like. Some people don't necessarily enjoy it. Maybe they need to understand the benefit they get from it. So, let's say somebody has a health issue. Maybe you can educate them on how staying more fit and healthy. Mm-hmm. Let's say they have type 2 diabetes. Maybe you can help them understand how a better diet and exercising can stabilize their blood sugar, for example. So they need to understand the benefit of it. So, for me, I just loved it to love it. But not everybody's that way. Not everybody's built that way. Some people, like I said, they need to enjoy it. They need to have fun. If they don't like it, what happens when people don't like it is they look for excuses to not do it. And they eventually will find an excuse. And it'll be, well, I was too busy, or, well, I had this come up, or, well, I had that come up. Whereas me, it's like, no, I'm going to get them to go to the gym. Like, I'm going to go. Not, unless somebody dies or something's real serious, then I don't wake up and go, am I going to go to the gym today? It's part of my routine. A lot of people, when they see something change their life in a positive way, and then they start to enjoy it more too. So sometimes people don't enjoy it at first, but then once they start seeing, I always said there's nothing that motivates like success. So then once they start seeing some success, hey, wow, I lost 20 pounds, or, my sleep apnea is better. Now I can sleep better, or, man, I have energy now, or I'm stronger now. I can carry my kids around better. Like, when they start to see and realize benefits, then they get more motivated, and then they actually do start to enjoy it. So I think you got to consider there's different personality types. Some kids might maybe they just don't see the benefit. Maybe they don't care. And those are certainly the hard people to get through to, because if they don't care, they're just probably not going to do it. But I always kind of looked at the people who really wanted to do it and tried to help them, or the people who were undecided. The people who just aren't going to do it, I'd rather spend my time focusing on the people that will do it. It's kind of like, people Are you going to spend more time with your friends, or are you going to spend more time with people you don't really know? Maybe you don't even really like them. Like, that's a pretty obvious choice to me. So I'm going to try to help the people who want to be helped, and the people who don't want to be helped, that'll probably drag you down in the process. See, I used to train in person back in the 90s at World Gym, and I got out of that. And, I love the gym. So why would I get out of that? Well, because many of the people I trained back then, they didn't really want to be there. They weren't very motivated. And it drained my emotional energy, trying to get them excited, trying to push them. Like, when it would come time for me to train, I would be emotionally just drained. I mean, it would be like, for you, like, let's say you had students all day that just couldn't stand music. They just had to be there. So then you're constantly trying to get them to like it, and you're listening to them. I don't like this. I don't like this. And you're constantly trying to get them to do it. Then let's say you want to practice at 8 o'clock at night. You might not even want to deal with it. You might just be, man, I'm tired from dealing with this all day. And that's how I felt. I just was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to bang. I'm going to go hard, and I'm going to go home. And I've been like that ever since.
Yeah. I as soon as you started saying, the thing about training folks that don't want to go, and it being emotionally depleted, the first thing I thought about was, what teachers, music teachers, you have some students that you teach them and they're giving you everything back that you're giving to them, and it's like very rewarding. And then there's some students that you have, and it's like all day long, you have this student scheduled, and it's going to be like pulling teeth, and it's going to be depleting and not give anything back. And it does exactly that. I mean, it can, especially after dealing with that for long periods of time, it can start getting really draining and kind of take your own your own motivation away. Now, you know, something I talk to my students about often, and I use a lot of weightlifting analogies because there's like a physical nature of it. So it's a pretty effective way to take things that are somewhat abstract, things that you can't kind of see three-dimensionally, and use something like weight training that you can see, you know, physically, you know. And so, you know, when we're talking about stuff like discipline, you know, consistently going to, you know, to practice, you know, you get in the practice room and sometimes you want to do it and sometimes you don't want to do it, but, you know, you're there. Let's make the best out of it. Sometimes you're super motivated. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes I go to the gym, like this morning, matter of fact. I got to the gym this morning and I was talking to my wife in the car, and we were talking for about 20 minutes or something in the car, and I had to tell her I'm starting to think of excuses for why I'm not going to go in the gym. So can we talk later? Because if I don't go in the gym right now, I might not make it in the gym.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, so you never feel that way?
Oh, no. I feel that way sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to go in there, but it's not a choice, man. I'm going to get in there. Yeah. Unless I have like scheduled time off. You know, there's times when I think that it's physiologically smarter to take some time off the rest of the body up. That's one thing. But just to get up and go, I'm not going in today. No, that doesn't happen. But, you know, once you get there, like I'm guessing that once you got in there and you did something, you're glad you did it. Right. And that's the same thing with me. You know, I may not want to go there, but when I get there and I at least get something done, may not have been the best workout in the world. I may not have broken any records, but hey, I got in here, I got some work in, and that's better than nothing.
Yeah, and actually what happened today is I got in there and I had a PR.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, so you know, it's but you know, it's not always that way. Sometimes, you know, you get in there and it's like, okay, at least I got it in. At least I got something in. I'm sweating, you know. Okay, let me get a shower. Okay, I feel better. You know, one reason I like to go to the gym in the morning is that if I don't do anything else for the whole day, at least I got something positive done. Like right from the jump. Like, you know, first thing in the morning, you know.
Yeah.